No, because when he's like, do you bake? This is the only baking I know how to do. And it just masks literally all your problems away. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you guys that girl makeup tutorial, because one thing about me is I've slayed my makeup routine. So I'm going to help you girls out, because I feel like in 2025 you should know how to do your makeup. The number one compliment I always get is your base looks so flawless, your makeup looks so good and glowy. So I'm going to give you guys all the secrets and tips, because I'm not going to gatekeep over here. I'm going to start off with the obvious. The most important step is a good skincare routine. So before you even start doing your makeup, you need to have a good base. My skin is very dry, but it looks good. If your skincare is not giving, your makeup's not gonna look good, unfortunately. So the first thing I go in with is the Avene thermal water, and I love this stuff. You just spray it all over your face, but it just adds literally hydration back to your face. For me, toners are what actually hydrates my skin the most, so I love going in with the Byoma toner. It's their hydrating milky toner. This stuff is so stinking good. It is a dupe for the Rhode glazing milk, allegedly. I don't find it very much a dupe as somebody who has both. I think that they're both very different. This one's a lot thinner, but I love mixing them together. They're so good when you layer them together. And then for serum, I love this Jet Lag serum from Summer Fridays. Super hydrating, and it gives your skin a nice glow before you put on your makeup. Literally doing my skincare routine with you guys right now, but now I'm going to use the Rhode peptide glazing fluid. This stuff is a little bit thicker, but peptides are really good for your skin. Hailey Bieber really did well when she curated her products, because everything in them actually has a really good ingredient. And ever since I started using Rhode skincare, I've noticed such an improvement in my skin. I struggle with a bit of scarring, eczema. I got eczema all over my face. I find it's been helping a lot, especially calming down my skin. My skin is less inflamed, it's less irritated. Then for moisturizer, because you want your skin to have a nice barrier between your makeup and your actual face, this is the Rhode Barrier Restore Cream. I've yet to try the Barrier Butter Cream, but I want to so bad. But I like this cream because it's thicker than any other cream I've tried before. I love how rich this cream is, but it's not too thick in the sense where I feel like it's heavy on my face. It's very lightweight, which is perfect underneath your makeup. Now I'm just gonna put my eye cream on. Ole Henriksen Banana Eye Bright. If you don't have an eye cream, get this one. Where are my under eye circles? Been using it consistently for a year, and the difference in my under eye bags from then versus now is insane. Because it's currently daytime, I am gonna go in with my SPF. I love this Summer Fridays mineral sunscreen. First of all, it doesn't penetrate into the skin. The chemical sunscreens actually go into your face, versus a mineral sunscreen blocks off the rays. It doesn't clog my pores or anything of the sort. And nothing I hate more is a white cast, and there's no white cast with this sunscreen. Now that our skincare is done, I think we're ready to start actually doing our makeup. So the first thing I'm gonna do is a skincare product, but it's the Rhode glazing milk. This is the key to glowy makeup and still keeping your skin hydrated. I'm just gonna put a little bit on. Like, look at my skin. It's so glowy, and I've become a Bobbi Brown stan. This primer is actually the best primer I've ever put on my face. And I'm not telling you to go ahead and buy this primer, but this primer is goated. This primer contains both skincare benefits and primer benefits, so you're getting best of both worlds. Because I don't like my face to look dry, because if your face looks dry, if your skin is dry, your makeup's gonna look cakey. It's like a cream. It literally looks like a moisturizer. A little bit. You don't need too much. And ever since I started using this primer, I've noticed my makeup's lasting so much longer, and it looks so good and flawless, because nothing's worse than your makeup not looking flawless. And I just rub it in. What I love about this primer, it makes my skin smooth, and I have a nice even base to start applying my makeup. Now I'm gonna go in with the super glowy gel from Say in shade Star Glow. This shade I love. I used to be a Sun Glow stan, but I've been loving Star Glow more. I think it's just because it's winter. I don't have a tan just yet. You're just gonna rub this all over your face, really making sure it's underneath your eyes so they're a bit brighter. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my Camo Color Corrector from e.l.f. I'm just gonna color correct my under eye circles, because the orange is gonna cancel out the purple that's underneath my eyes. I definitely don't need a color corrector this dark, but it works well. I find people struggle a lot with their under eyes not looking as flawless compared to the rest of their base. It's because they're not color correcting before putting their concealer. So there's a little hack for you guys. And I just blend it with my finger, and it just masks the purple underneath my eyes. And now I'm gonna use the NARS Pot Concealer. This was so popular back in like 2017 with the OG beauty influencers, and it's a pot concealer, and I didn't understand the hype before, but one girl told me that this was what she used to cover all of her scarring, and I didn't believe her, so I bought it, and I've been using it ever since. It's that good. I'm just gonna use a flat brush like this one and dip my brush in, and I just cover anything I want a bit more coverage on. I have a lot of scarring from pimples that I popped all over here, so I just cover that. Don't mind my dog in the background. I'm gonna cover this one, and it just masks literally all your problems away. I do like my makeup to still look very natural, but there, because I'm not doing makeup for it to not be seen. And I'm quite literally just gonna let that sit for a few minutes. So I let my concealer sit for maybe 3 minutes, and now I'm just gonna blend it in the slightest bit. Not too much, but I'm just gonna blend it a little bit. Look at that coverage, guys. Hyperpigmentation where? Because I don't see her. Now that I'm done blending out my concealer, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass skin tint. This is their hydrating skin tint, and I have it in shade 11. I just apply a little bit. A little goes a long way. I don't like to do too much. And a little bit on my forehead, and the tiniest bit on my chin. What I love about this skin tint is it's so natural, and I blend it with the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. If you don't have this brush, go get it. Literally run and go get it because it is so good. And make sure to bring it down to your neck because nothing's worse than your face not matching your neck. Even though my face will never match my neck, my face doesn't tan for some reason. I found my makeup was always missing something, and I didn't know what it was until literally I bought this skin tint. I feel like a skin tint just makes an even base for your whole face. Now my face looks like one actual color. Now we're gonna go in with my newest favorite concealer. It's the Dior Backstage Concealer. And I didn't really understand the hype until I bought this actual concealer. It is so stinking good. It's perfect for pictures. I use the shade 3N, and I'm just gonna apply a bit underneath my eyes, a bit in my outer corner, some on my T-zone, some on my chin, and 2 dots underneath my cheeks. And then now I'm gonna cover up any redness that's still peeking a bit through for the ultimate most coverage. If I could ever put anyone onto a concealer, it's this one. You can wear it more full coverage and do a bit more, or you can wear it super naturally. For contour and bronzer, contour and bronzer are two very different things. Contour is to shape your face and bronzer is to warmthen your face. I think that's a word, I'm not really sure. But for contour, I use the Makeup by Mario contour stick in shade Dark Deep. This is definitely a bit dark for me, but I bought it, so I'm gonna use it. And I just put a bit, the tiniest bit, over here on my cheekbone to give it that shadow that I want, because I do have a more rounded face. I just have a rounded face. And I put a bit up here and the tiniest bit on my nose. My nose is gonna look a little slanted. And to blend it, I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario M4 brush again, and I'm just gonna blend it in the tiniest bit, and it's gonna really create that snatched look, because I don't have a very defined cheekbone or anything, so I love doing this to really define my cheekbone. I'm keeping it really in the spot that I put it. I'm not bringing it up too much, not bringing it down, definitely not. If I bring it down, I'm gonna look like I'm sagging, and all of a sudden she kind of has a jawline, even though I don't. For my nose, I just use the Mange makeup brushes on Amazon. It's their short shader brush, and that's what I use to contour my nose. It's like the perfect contour brush. Look at my nose, she's skinny. Now for bronzer, I love the Say Dew bronzer, and this is in the shade Sinsin, and I'm just gonna apply a bit on my forehead because I do like to look very bronzed. One thing about me is I like to look bronzed. I like to look like I just got back from Mexico. A bit over here, some more on our cheekbones, and then the tiniest bit on our nose. We don't want to do too much. I mean, it's a liquid bronzer, so your makeup's gonna look very dewy and glowy. And we're just gonna blend that going up now. Don't forget to go into your hairline, guys. I'm gonna blend my nose contour with the same brush. Okay, now it's time to blend out our concealer now that it's sit down and dried up a bit. And I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty concealer brush. I really like this brush. Dab it all in there. Again, we're dabbing, not sweeping. Now that I'm done blending my concealer, except for underneath my eyes, of course, I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario F4 brush again, just to make sure it's all seamless, because it already has a skin tint on it, and I find that just really helps make it all look unified. Now we're gonna go ahead and blend out our under eyes. I like to take this dot and kind of bring it more into the center of my inner corner. And then blend out this dot more slanted, so it gives me a natural face pull, since again I do have a chubbier face. And there you go. One eye done. Now let's do the other one. Now we're gonna go in with my favorite liquid blush as of more recently. It's the Huda Beauty Coco Loco blush filter. Very rich dark brown, which I love. One dot on each side, and we're gonna blend this with the e.l.f. contour and bronzer brush. If you can't tell, I love a dual-ended brush. And we're just gonna blend this more up into our bronzer. It turns into a really beautiful natural blush. That's why I like the brown. And I don't do too much. I never do too much. And because I want my makeup to last, I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray now. And we're just gonna spray it all over our face. This step is crucial for your makeup to last all stinking day. You set your liquid and cream products first, and then we're gonna set with powder, and then we're gonna set with a setting spray again at the end, and your makeup's not going anywhere. I promise you. Now it's time to set our makeup with powder products. So the first product I'm gonna go in is a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in shade medium. I definitely need to get a new one because your girl loves this product, but I'm gonna apply it with a powder puff, starting in the center of my eyes. And we're just gonna pat it on in there. Look at the difference between this eye and this eye. That's insane. So now I'm gonna go on with the Huda Beauty loose setting powder, and I use the shade Banana Bread. This is their Easy Bake loose setting powder. If you're in the market for a new setting powder, this is the one. Obviously get the shade that's for you, using my powder puff. And we're gonna start over here. And we're gonna do a little bit of baking, but not too much. Now we're gonna set our chin. I don't really get oily throughout the day. I just do this because it looks good. And then a bit in our T-zone. And then now I'm gonna put the lid back on, and we're gonna shake this up because I want to do a little bit of baking, as you would call it. Now that we have a lot of powder in there, we're gonna take a lot on our powder puff, and we're just gonna plop some on. And our cheekbones are gonna look super defined because we're lightening just underneath it. But for my under eyes, I like a little bit more of a brighter look. I do use a different shade of the Huda Beauty loose setting powder. I use their cherry one. This is in shade Cherry Blossom Cake, and I just put it really in my inner corner. No, because when he's like, do you bake? This is the only baking I know how to do. As I let my powder sit, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face because I'm feeling a little pale. Actually, I'm not feeling too pale, but I still wanna look a bit more glowy, more bronzy. I like to use the Say Sun Melt bronzer in shade Tan Bronze, and this is what's gonna bring back the glow, because right now I'm making my face matte, but I want my face to look glowy and natural. Again, the same brush. I literally use this brush for everything. I just dip it, and I'm gonna pat some on. Like so. Now I look bronzed and crazy. I think I let my makeup bake for maybe 2 minutes at the very most. I'm just gonna wipe it off with this brush, again from Madge. It's their pointed brush. We're just gonna wipe it all off. Now I'm gonna go in with the same brush, and I still have a little bit more bronzer left, and I'm just gonna blend it down a bit because I don't like too harsh of a straight line there. I feel like you look a little crazy. So I'm just blending it in and making sure it doesn't look as harsh. For more blush, because I feel like I look very bronzed, but I don't look like I have life to me, like I need a bit of color, I'm gonna go in with the Rhode Pocket Blush in shade Toasted Teddy. And I just apply it straight to my face, on my cheeks, and then one dot on my forehead and one dot on my nose. Then we're going in with the e.l.f. dual brush again, and we're gonna blend out our blush. Like, look at me, I look alive. It looks good, but I want to do a bit more. This is my secret to glowy makeup, guys. This is my actual secret. It's the Refi Gloss Highlighter. This is obviously the mini size, but I've had this for a really long time now. It's probably expired, but I use it all the time, like every single day. I'm not even kidding. But I take the tiniest bit and I put it on my ring finger, and you just apply it to the highlight points of your face. So wherever the sun would naturally hit your face, that's where you're gonna apply this highlighter. And it's like more of a wet look, I find, so that's why I really like it. For my nose highlight, I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury highlight wand in shade Spotlight, and I just put on the tip of my nose a little tiny bit, not too much, and I blend it out with my finger, and then I use the excess on the top of my nose. Now for brows, I don't know why, but I always do brows last because I don't like when there's like brow product here and then the makeup doesn't stick. I don't like that. I've been loving the Rare Beauty brow gel. I feel like it's one of the best brow gels out there because their applicator is so cute and small, so it really gets every single hair, and I just brush them up and your brows are literally not going anywhere. Now it's time to set our face, and I love the One Size setting spray. Your makeup's not going anywhere with this, and you're gonna hold your breath, guys. Ready? Told y'all, hold your breath. I don't know how much I put on, but I know I put a lot. Then I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting spray again, because this is what's gonna make your makeup look dewy. That's what's gonna make your makeup last, but this is gonna make your makeup like set into your face and look natural and dewy. I always put a lot of setting spray because I just don't want my makeup to go anywhere. Because what's the point of me putting on my makeup if it's gonna run away in 5 minutes? Now it's time for my favorite step, and we're gonna do my lip combo. So the first thing I'm gonna go in with is my CoverGirl Lip Stain Marker Lip Liner Pencil thing. It's literally a marker. Look at the tip. That's a marker, y'all. This is in shade tinted labia. Guys, don't worry, I'll have all the products linked in the description so you guys know all the shades and all that. And we're just gonna overline our lips and wipe as we go. And I like this lip liner because it gives a natural line versus a very like pencil driven line, because I don't like it looking too serious. And I just follow the natural line of my lips. Like I don't overline, I don't underline, I just follow the natural line of my lips. And then last but not least, for lip gloss, I'm just gonna use the Say lip gloss in shade Push. Yeah, it's their Glossy Bounce. I love this lip gloss, it's so good. And it just pulls the whole look together. For my final touch up, I'm gonna go in with a just bit more blush because I feel like I don't have enough. And voila, here's the final makeup look. I feel like my makeup turned out so cute today. This makeup look is really foolproof. Anybody can do it. Comment down below, makeup bag emoji if you stayed to the end, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.